So I want to talk about UTrust. It's lagging at the moment, but let's have a little look at the future. Top to bottom analysis and why I'm incredibly bullish on this. So hi everyone, welcome to the channel. If you are new, obviously subscribe, bell button, like and comment. Also, feel free to join. New videos are coming. There's one coming this week for subscribers only. Stay tuned for that one. So, with that being said, I want to talk about UTrust because it's a project that I'm very vocal on. I feel that it's lagging over the moves in the market. Binance listing has kind of hurt it in a way. I often say that Binance as it stands is just a distribution platform. It seems to get pumps and then it dumps after it. A lot of bad eyeballs in it, in my opinion, but nothing to be taken away from what this project actually does have in terms of the team, in terms of what's coming in the next coming months, and most importantly for the future of adoption. Make that very, very clear. So, as I say, it listed on Binance last week. It pumped and then it kind of just dropped like a stone. The biggest cause for concern, in my opinion, is it is on big exchanges. It does get some decent volume overall, but you know, for me, fundamental wise, I was expecting a little bit more from the Binance world, but I do feel now that this being on Binance is always a good thing in some ways, because now it's kind of happened, it's dumped, whatever. It's one of those things where it is now attractive to people as it obviously moves. So you don't have to get all kinds of different, you know, exchange accounts for it. So overall, we'll see what happens. But for me, personally, rate this project massively. If you've never heard of UTrust, do check it out. Obviously, just have a little look. It is designed for people and businesses, merchants, obviously payment solutions for just accepting cryptocurrency in a very easy format, whether you're online or in person. Simple as that. It is pretty much like, in my opinion, the PayPal of cryptocurrency. And I'm going to come on to that in a second, because fundamental wise, I've always said adoption is the biggest catalyst here. A lot of people talk about adoption in terms of speed. I talk about is availability. The available nature of cryptocurrency should be walking into a shop, going online and being able to use cryptocurrency as an alternative payment. That obviously yields volume, utility, all kinds of stuff. Not so much versus, you know, what people tend to think, oh look, it's gonna go to 1 million, whatever, in terms of, you know, transactions. Well, if no one's gonna use it, it's pointless. Whereas UTrust has that use case where there's millions of people on Earth, billions of people technically, but there's obviously going to be millions of people using cryptocurrency. That could then yield into billions. We don't know how it's going to go. So that's obviously where I'm thinking with this. But with that being said, it's a very, very established project. It's been around for a while now, and it's actually doing very well. And the reason why I've said remember the word PayPal is because of this. UTrust have eBay and PayPal executive as their CEO. You know, that's a massive, massive thing. You know, she's like a very big superstar in terms of being around big companies, corporate level, and built partnerships for those companies. Partnerships, cryptocurrency, you know what happens when things go viral. So that being said, it's pretty cool. But what is coming for UTrust? This is what we need to talk about. Hold. It's called Hold. Right? What is it? It is the ability to hold cryptocurrencies, reverse staking, and most importantly, cards. Cards are a thing. They're starting to grow. Crypto.com, one of the big established ones. You've got Swipe, in my opinion, turned into dog shit. And then you've got to have this. In my opinion, I think this will be the one that will be more interesting, in my opinion, because it already has the merchant side of it. The merchant side of it is what the others don't have. Merchants is big. How many shops are there in the world? How many online stores are there in the world? How easy is it to get onto UTrust? Very, very easy, through a few clicks of a button. And that is a very big revenue model that can be adopted by anyone around the world if you want to accept cryptocurrency. That's key. And then the availability to spend it on your own card is pretty awesome and get rewards back. So with that being said, it's awesome. So basically, they're going to readapt the whole wallet and build this on top of it, and then obviously build the other one, and then you're going to get a new flashy little wallet. This wallet will allow reverse staking. So here you can see it. very, very interesting. If you stake 1,000 UTrust and get reward for UTrust for each trade or payment you do. So use case, boom, you get UTrust back for using it. So if you're sending, receiving, most importantly spending, getting gifts to you, wow, moving it around, exchanges, oh, you know, this is warm, tingly feelings, because that's the ability of it. That's how cryptocurrency should be used. It should be rewarded, not penalized. Simple as that. So further developments will come on this. I probably will do a further video when it is out, obviously, but this is where we are going. So I want to do some price analysis, because I said at the start of the video, it's kind of a laggard, it's lagging, it's dumped, it's kind of like, ugh. The rest of the market's going like that, green. This one's kind of, I feel, distributed on the Binance exchange by bag holders. So this isn't the greatest chart in the world. It's fresh, it's new, it's on HitBTC. I do apologize because there's not much data on the Binance chart or liquidity on other charts. So this is as much as we've got, I'm afraid. And as I said, it's kind of topped out and it's not really progressed since. It's in a downtrend, but this is where opportunity lies. Okay, so we'll do some nice top to bottom analysis on this. In my opinion, I think this is looking very interesting, in my honest opinion. I feel we are now at a support level. Now, I'm waiting for the clever ass to go, oh, but you know, you posted your video. Yeah. In my opinion, we need to put some weekly levels on here to kind of map out where we could go. So the first one is obviously looking at that simple lines, right? Simple stuff. Let's just have a little look at some basic levels. Now, we need to remember this level, 618 of this retracement. Why? Because if we bounce from this level, the word there is if we bounce from this level, it's a psychological level of importance, right? And again, you're looking at all kinds of little levels that could be of interest and a reason why we could maybe go back up there. Oh dear, I'm making a right mess of this, aren't I? Oopsie. Anyways, those are two key levels, and we've got this one here in my opinion as well. But what we're going to do, we're going to do some little weekly structure levels anyways on top of this on lower time frames. But what we need to basically make sure we don't want to see, in my opinion, is a massive dump down to this level, which could happen, by the way, just to let you know. That could be the next place we could go. But usually, if this is support, now this is very, very interesting. It's not a closed candle, it's just a weekly candle. This is like where we are right now. We could actually retrace this back all the way up here, in my opinion. Could. The word is could. Remember that one. Let me just make these a bit more clear and obvious, because I know people twine about certain things. Don't worry about the Fibonacci numbers or the pricing. It's just there for weekly levels. So with that being said, right, I feel that these are key weekly levels just to keep an eye on, right? Reason being, it could be where we retrace to. But we've got to also look at where we could go as well. If we're looking at the swing low to the swing high, the confluence is perfect. If we're looking at a level, this level is fucking perfect. Apologies for the French there. As I said there, look at the confluence as well with that level as well, always here. So are we going to bounce off this level? This is 618, the low to the high, down, possibly. And let's see where we could go from there. So as per, what we need to do now, we need to make another level here. You're probably thinking there's a lot of green lines here. Well, we can remove a few if we need to. So with that being said, I think very, very interestingly, we could have some very, very interesting price action. Let's remove that level and let's remove that level. So what we need to do now, in my opinion, we're going to draw a line here. In my opinion, I think that is a very, very interesting level. So we're going to lower the body closures. That'll do. Happy days, right? That's all I'm going to go for. And obviously we've got a potential top there. So there we go, right? So what we need to mark out first, top, key level. And one thing we need to look at as well, I feel that this is a key level now. I think this should be like the investment side of it. You should be looking at potential investment here or even down here, in my opinion, which is currently about 6 cents. This rough price action now just under 10 cents. It has been support before, high. It is now looking likely to be support again through previous price action. If you look left in terms of that, obviously miles away. There might be some actual price. Oh, hello. Yes, we have confluence with this level here, this level here. So that region should be quite strong. Now, the one thing that I want to do as well, and I want to kind of show you as well, same situation, right? Before, we did this on the weekly, went up to the 618 levels. It's like perfect. Where can we go though? Where can we go? If this is a bounce and it's a continuation of a trend going into a bull market, well, we're going to go up here, potentially. Now, don't get too excited. But in terms of these levels, we've also got to look at the potential opportunity of, well, actually, we could actually go up to those levels, 30 cents. You never know in a bull market, but when you start looking at the likes of the Fibonacci, it's vitally important we understand that this could be one hell of a move, i.e., you know, the uptrend, the retracement. Oh dear. I've noticed that on TradingView it doesn't work as well as it used to. And then potential uptrend up to these points. It could be that big of a cycle. Obviously waves within cycles on different time frames. So with that being said, is this just one giant retracement? Likes of Link. Link did the same sort of situation. It went all the way up. It's retraced down to the 618 levels, turned, found bullish support, bulls, demand, and it went. So with that being said, we could be at a golden opportunity right now to look at some potential psychological levels of a retracement of this move. Now, worst case scenario, we melt a bit lower, go down to 6 cents, right? Remember that number, 6 cents. But we also may just bounce perfectly off this range. And as I said, it's a laggard. It's not really moved yet. So this is the TA for it. Simple as that. When you look at the overall grand scheme of things, we've got psychological levels of this entire move up here to keep an eye on. 38 cents, 30 cents. Psychological numbers, right? Keep an eye on them. Why? Because they have some sort of importance from the past as well. With that being said, current live levels, we are at the perfect zone for potential bulls to come into the market. That is obviously good for an investment. But as I say, if it goes lower, just keep topping up, because your fundamental research should already cover you. You should already be knowing what the project is. And if you're looking to top up and you've been buying at these top levels, buy lower. Simple as that. That's how investments work. You buy more of the lows you dollar cost average in. So overall, looking at the grand scheme of things, this is in an interesting area. It should be of interest to most people. But that being said, this is crypto. Weekly time frames, if you zoom out a little bit, you can kind of see how much this could go up higher. And this is limited data, by the way, just to give you an insight. So this could be a much bigger swing moving forward. Let's just see. So I hope you enjoy. Just be careful, as I say. These are all kinds of other levels as well to keep an eye on. As I say though, just be careful of this bounce. This level is key. Get beyond this level, we could actually see a much bigger move. But at least we could see, you know, a nice little move up to this region here, minimum.